Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon, and it's time for Tuesdays with DX Engineering. And we are going to talk today to Michael, KI8R. Michael is one of the team members here at DX Engineering who you may have talked to on the phone. You may have gotten an email from him. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Good, good. Michael, you've been doing a lot of video work and a lot of work with some of the new products that have been announced here at DX Engineering, not only that are manufactured by DX Engineering, but also those that are manufactured by others. And that is a common theme this time of the year when we are running up to Hamvention. And of course, Michael, DX Engineering is involved in a lot of different things at Hamvention, and one of them is 4 days in May. And why don't you talk about that?
Okay. Well, every year that I've been here so far, we've gone to 4 days in May, and 4 days in May is a QRP club. It's grown quite a bit over the years. I mean, there's probably as many people there as there are at Contest University. It's gotten that big. There'd probably be over 300 people there this year for that. But they have a whole day of forums and classes. It's quite an event.
So yes, this occurs during Hamvention and also a little bit before Hamvention as well. But 4 days in May, and this is the 29th year of doing it. So that has really got a lot of steam. And there are these are the speakers that are lined up for 2025 from all over the world. So this is on Thursday, May 15th. And then have you been watching the whole Rex Harper W1REX build-a-thon as well?
I know that's coming, but I haven't seen that. But there's a lot of good, a lot of people there from not just this country, but from around the world. And Hans Summers is one of the guys that'll be presenting there, and he's done some really neat stuff with QRP radios. But this is all day Thursday from basically 8 to 5, and it's a big event. And then Thursday evening, they also do what they call a vendor night, and DX Engineering will be there showing our wares there as well. And then Friday night after the show, after that, they have a build-a-thon too, or during the afternoon, rather, during Hamvention, they have a build-a-thon. So if it rains on Friday afternoon, you can go and build a QRP radio. So lots of different things going on there.
Yeah. So it looks like it's not just the same thing over and over. They're doing different things every year, and they've got. I'm just taking a look here. That you've got the build-a-thon going on. You've got a homebrew contest going on. There's even a club night.
Yeah, and there's a transmitter hunt and other things too. So there's a lot of things going on.
Right, and so the vendors that are going to be there, of course, DX Engineering, Elcraft, Kanga UK, Kanga USA. So it looks like there's going to be a lot going on here, and this is over at the Holiday Inn, right?
Yeah, the Holiday Inn in Fairborn, just off 675, and so yeah, it's a big thing. A lot of people will be there, and they serve lunch and during the Thursday event, and it's always a good thing. Always a lot of fun.
And it's pretty easy to find out information about this event. Just Google 4 days in May, and it comes right up.
Yeah, FDIM is all you need, and that'll get you there pretty quickly.
Yeah, the QRP ARCI website is hosting this, and so really good. And there's a list of all the participants that are signed up so far, so should be really good. Let's talk about the various power levels of QRP that are going on, Michael. Is it Is it 1 watts? Is it 5 watts? Is it 10 watts? What makes it QRP?
Well, it's pretty much all of the above. I mean, there are guys that even run 100 milliwatts or less, but it really comes down to, what you really call it. But I think most people will run around 5 watts, and most of the radios today do 5 to 10 watts. The 705, for example. I think I have an old Yaesu 817 over my shoulder here, and a KX3 and a KH1, and they all do 5 watts and 10 watts. So yeah, generally that's about it.
I think you're right with the 5 watts, and some of these radios will do 5 watts on battery power and then more power if you've got, an external supply, that kind of thing. I do want to recognize in the chat room, Michael, DK50NV, Uncle Gunther from Germany, and X-Ray Echo 2 Zulu Zulu is on from Mexico, and Jacob, Kilo Juliet 5 India Zulu Sierra is on with us today, and our friend Paul, November 6 Papa Sugar Echo, is one of the co-chairs of the International DX Convention. And Paul, just a super time out there, and looking forward to 2027 for another International DX Convention. And see here, we've got Chris, Kilo India 1 Papa, and he's talking about CTU a little bit. He says, although I'll be at Contest University on Thursday and not at 4 Days in May, I look forward to seeing everyone soon. The van is packed and ready to leave exactly 1 week from today. So, Chris, I know we're going to have a great time at Contest University. And then you must have a fan here. We don't have a call sign, but Donnie says you need to give Michael a little more money. That's
okay.
That's from your peanut gallery there, Michael.
Well, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, here we go. Rodney, Kilo Juliet 5 Fox Whiskey Charlie says, hope you have a great 4 days in May and even greater Hamvention. I hope to get there one day, hopefully in 2026, maybe 2027 after retirement. And sounds like Rodney is also a VE, and he's involved with races. So that's great volunteer work, and thank you for helping out with that, Rodney. And the whole idea is to have fun, right, Michael? And so at 4 Days in May and Contest University, they occur, a lot of the 4 Days in May occurs before Hamvention. And how's that long range forecast looking for Hamvention?
Well, right now it looks pretty good. I think there's a slight chance of rain each one of the days, but it's Ohio. It'll change in 5 minutes. So, there's a lot going on at Dayton, and every year there's a lot going on at Dayton. You plenty of forums like the DX forum, the contest forum, the Hamsci forum, POTA forum. There's plenty to do while you're there, plenty to do every night. You can check out the contest dinners and the other dinners that they have going on. So it's a full weekend, and when you're done, go stop by the Air Force Museum on the way home, because that's quite a place too.
Yes, there is a lot to do, and even the last minute kind of stuff, because the hotels that they take cancellations and things, and so you always find a way. And I'm seeing on some of the various reflectors now, a guy says, "Hey, I just got clearance from my wife, and I've got time off work, and I can go to Dayton. Does anybody have spare room, or can I sleep on the floor, or whatever it takes?" Because it is an event. And of course, on Friday we're going to have Michael Coulter, who is the official spokesperson for Hamvention. He's going to be on with us. Michael, why don't you talk about some of the things that you have piqued your interest, that you're looking forward to seeing at Hamvention?
So, there's lots of neat things at Dayton every year. And, I've been going since 1980, every year since 1981. So Dayton, and calling it Dayton is ingrained in my brain, right? But the one thing I really want to spend some time with our good friend Mike at Res Antennas, and I'm working on a video right now that I hope to have completed tomorrow for his new Res Scout antenna, and so I'm really excited to get that one done. And we've got some cool stuff to show in the POTA section of our booth this year that I'm really excited. I'm not going to tease it any further than that, but we've got some really cool stuff coming out here on the horizon for Parks on the Air and portable operation in general.
You know, I saw a preview of that yesterday when we had our Monday meetings, and I got to tell you, Michael, just like you, I'm so excited for everybody to see how we've focused in on a lot of the parks on the air and the things that make it easier to actually deploy and go out and have fun with a POTA operation. And our friend Mike Mowry is on, Kilo Echo 3 Juliet Papa. Mike, nice to have you on. And formerly of Pennsylvania, it's KA3 Delta Radio, Scott from California. So great to have you guys on. Back to Germany, Delta Lima 1 Whiskey. Jens is on with us today as well. And so, you know, the whole thing here is, Michael, if you can't find it at Dayton, it probably doesn't exist. How about that flea market?
Oh yeah, that's always a zoo, right? And there's always tons of stuff out there. And if you can't find it, it doesn't exist.
I think that's really true. And if you're looking, you know, we spend a lot of time talking about new radios here on these shows. But if you want to get involved in the hobby, and there's a lot of really good used equipment that shows up at Dayton with great prices. And so, you know, you can get started in this hobby and have a great time on HF for a couple $100. You know, well, there's nothing wrong with that stuff, right?
And that is so true. And, you know, I mean, there's all the radios that are out there today and that have been around for a while. I have radios over my shoulder here that are up to 40 years old and older, and they still work. And, you know, with all the radios coming out of Asia, one of the things that I've heard said, and I've kind of co-opted it, is that better radios have longevity. And I think that is so true. Kenwood, ICOM, Yaesu, those radios have longevity. And you can't go wrong with a good used radio.
Yeah, that's true. The quality control of those radios out of Japan have just been exceptional. You know, we get to see, you know, what are the returns like, what are the warranty claims like for these radios, and they're really, you know, the returns and the warranty claims are very low for the Japanese radios, and so you can buy with high confidence that, you know, some of these used radios that are, as you say, 25, 30 years old, you know, they're still good. And they still, you know, you can adapt FT8 to them if that's your thing. Or maybe you want to try and find a radio that you can get into for a low cost to operate on satellites. And I know you're starting to do some work there too, and we'll look forward to more of your videos. Our friend Eric is on from Texas, November Mike 5. Mike, nice to have you on, Eric, and it was good to see you here recently. Look forward to hooking up with you again. Of course, Eric is a big CW operator. He loves CW, so great to have Eric on as well. Michael, thank you so much for taking time out of your day today and away from the phones and away from the video camera. Look forward to more of your videos, and thanks for all you do to talking to our customers and helping ham radio grow in the great state of Ohio.
I enjoy doing it, Tim.
All right. And thanks to all of you for watching today. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned a few things, and get ready for Hamvention. There's going to be a lot of coverage here on social media, so you won't be left out. If you can't make it, you can still get in on the action by tuning into YouTube and Facebook. And we're going to have that DX Engineering channel. It's going to be brewing. Lots of stuff going on. So until next time, 73 from DX Engineering.
73.